Big boobs. Daddy's little rich girl. But wow, look at her. Look at her. Hello, what's going on everyone? It's DivaDadd-e back with a brand new video. And today we're going to be looking at taking a better, closer look at that most highly anticipated, I don't care, she is the most highly anticipated DLC for 2K23, other than Miss Eve Torres coming in August. It is Miss Tiffany Stratton coming in the pretty sweet DLC pack for WWE 2K23 on Wednesday, May 17th. When I first saw this screenshot, I was at a loss for words because, first of all, no fucking braids. Now, everyone and their like Twitter literally went into mass hysteria when it was found out that this render right here was Tiffany Stratton's DLC placeholder render. Looking at past characters in WWE 2K, like the team that chooses which models are going to be included in the game with the attire references for hair and gear and everything, they're not a stranger to using a look that a wrestler literally have worn once in their entire career and never touched again. So people were scared that undoubtedly Tiffany Stratton was going to suffer the same fate and get those cornrows stuck to her head top, but she doesn't, and we're all happy. So the first thing everything noticed, no cornrows, got that out of the way. Her actual hairstyle, the long, gorgeous blonde tresses, the grown-in roots. If you watched back in my 2K22 hair dye glitch tutorial, I put up a reference picture of Tiffany Stratton, you know, those grown-in roots, that's one of her signature looks. The mug, and we're gonna get into her mug in just a bit when we look at another clip of footage. The dark makeup, the more fleshy, reddish lips, like, you can obviously tell that they were going for a more current Tiffany Stratton, despite this outfit being worn like during her last appearance before her hiatus that she took from NXT. I appreciate them for that, for wanting, you know, to keep her as up to date as possible despite time constraints. So her face and hair, bomb. Moving on to the gear. I didn't hate this gear. I believe she only wore this in the match where she wore the cornrows against Wendy Choo in that, what was it, a death hardcore Lego mat? I don't even remember what it was, but that's where she wore it. But if you notice in that particular match, she wore armbands. And if you look at her model, there ain't no armbands present. Now, I don't mind. I did put out a tweet, by the way. Follow me on Twitter at DivaDadd-e. That's where I post my creation content. That's why I live tweet wrestling shows. That's why I talk my shit. I posted on Twitter like, okay, here's clearly what they were going for when referencing her model, right? The blonde hair, the gear, the purse, whatever. And in that specific look, she was not wearing the armbands, but in the cornrow look, she was wearing the armband. So I'm not mad at them for staying true to the look that they were referencing, considering that if they were to go with a look with the armbands, I don't think we would have liked the outcome that much. But the armbands would have been a cute idea. I did theorize that, what if the armbands are hidden in Creation Suite? They're not on the model right here, but what if, you know, a la Becky Lynch's headpiece, you know, it's in there, who knows? But it would be an easy fix anyways. You can just put gray armbands on, or just add like a, I believe it's a kind of like a crocodile snake print. Yeah, it's like a snake print that her gear is. Cute. Moving on to her entrance accessories, her bag, bitch. Now her bag was discovered by Twitter user and exceptional modder Joe Mashups. He found purse in the hidden files. Now it didn't have texture for anything, but gag, like, right then and there, we knew she was going to be getting an entrance accessory. So her entrance was going to give more than just, you know, we got some spice to it. And they usually put detail and effort like this in their DLC characters anyway. So now I believe her actual nails in the photo shoot, they were bright pink. Here it looks like they seem to be some kind of gold glittery. Easy fix, nothing really much to complain about. She has a cute belly ring in, and yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. But like the morphing, her face, like this is one of the most perfect models I've ever seen 2K create. Like in its entirety, they ate down with that. And her entrance graphics, I believe these look like to be her original entrance graphics, because she has like new ones with all like sparkly lights, and she has a new theme and whatnot. And I truly cannot tell you if she's going to be getting Daddy's Little Rich Girl or her new entrance theme, which was just released on Spotify. I'm not too sure what it's called. It's called Keep Up. Yeah. I don't believe they own the rights to Daddy's Little Rich Girl. I believe that's like a stock song. So I don't know if keep up would just be easier to give her, is just a song, an engine theme. So I feel like they could just like easily just plug that in. She looks so fantastic, no complaints with her model, other than like, of course it would have been like amazing if she wore like her comeback silver gear, but you know, time constraints, they did the best they can with updating her. I'm not mad, she looks so gorgeous. Now moving on to this little clip that WWE Games decided to upload, I believe after Miss Tiffany doing her finisher, the Tiffy twist. Boom, on Zoe Stark. Now, there's a few things to look at here and a few things I want to get into. So first, why her hair look like that? Second, why her face look like that? Now at this point, y'all already know WWE Games, every time they show any kind of trailer, any kind of preview, it's never ever the final build of the game. To be honest, I muted the words final build from my timeline just because I'm just so tired of seeing it every time like something gets posted and everyone's dragging it. Everyone's like, it's not the final build, it's not the final build, final build. If I was in charge of the company, quality and the final product would be what is shown. Of course, what do I know about running, you know, a multi-million-dollar games franchise like 2K, right? Anywho, considering it's not the final build, we have like, I want to say like an alternative Tiffany Stratton that we're looking at here. So as you can see, this model does not have any of the grown out roots that the screenshot is obviously showing. The hair animation is not turned on. The hair animation is never turned on for like trailers and stuff. So like we've grown to expect that. But if you look at her face specifically, you can see she has literally a totally different mug. More of like a glimmery, shimmery cut crease. I'm in my MUA era, don't judge me. And she has more of like a nudish pink lip. No, I don't hate this Tiffany makeup. I don't hate it at all. I actually, in fact, I don't want to say prefer, because it's like, no, but having this as a second option is so gorgeous. I'm not even gonna front. Putting the darker makeup on her actually makes her look like a tad more realistic, if I'm gonna be 100% honest. But just the glimmery cut crease, if that's what that's called, and the nude lip, like it makes a cute like retro earlier Tiffany Stratton. And she was gorgeous back then just as much as she's gorgeous now. Kind of interesting to see like a before and after. This really shows you a behind the scenes, not behind the scenes, but like it shows you a look at how they like changed her model and wanted to make her more current and up to date, right? I also wanted to take a look at, of course, her finisher. We're watching it over and over again. This was, I believe, her first finisher that she debuted on NXT. She calls it the Tiffy twist. Now I got a few concerns with this. But just seeing this, I was like, And that her gear is not the most up-to-date. Her entrance graphics are not the most up-to-date. The only thing that's up-to-date is her, you know, tresses and makeup. Are we going to be seeing the Rolling Fireman's carry and PME, prettiest moonsault ever? That crazy, beautiful moonsault that she does. I don't know. We'll find out in about 48 hours from now. I would like to see that combination, but like due to like time constraints with mocapping and all that jazz, guys, I don't know if it's likely that we're going to be getting those moves in the game. Like this is why I feel like it is integral to have a new moves DLC somewhere down the line, preferably closer to the end of the game cycle. We can get a lot of the new moves that superstars have incorporated into their movesets, or like all kinds of like crazy like independent wrestling moves that we've seen outside of WWE. Like I think it would be greatly appreciated among the community for like a new moves pack, you know, and not just moves that come with the DLC characters. So the Tiffy twist, I'm gonna go out on the limb and say that is her finisher, and maybe her second finisher. I feel like there was just no time to put together her own specific Rolling Fireman's carry moonsault. So I can see them just sticking what's already in the game. There is a Rolling Fireman's carry. There isn't a moonsault, unfortunately, that's exactly like the one she does, but I feel like they may just give her like the BME, the best moonsault ever, which is what I gave her Ka or maybe just a regular moonsault off the top rope. I don't know. But yeah, that's it with Miss Tiffany Stratton. There's another look of her early face. Once again, no grown out roots, different mug. I'm not mad at that look. I would actually prefer the grown out roots on her. I don't think I'm a fan of Tiffany with just plain blonde like that. It just looks like it lacks detail. So I'm really happy that they, you know, gave her the most updated model that they could for us. And one more update before we conclude this video. You know, she came back with a new set of twins, and I'm happy that the twins are making their debut in WWE 2K23 just as much as Miss Tiffany herself is. She looks great. Cannot wait to play as her. Stay tuned for my video going over all of the DLC, women's-centered women's DLC and new additions. We're going to be getting Mia Yim as well. Can't wait to look at her. Hopefully they give us new wigs and something just fresh and new, you know. Make sure to leave a like in this video and subscribe for more W2K23 women's content. All right, see you guys in the next one. DivaDadd-e out.